Hi everyone, welcome to a Monday rapid fire before we dive into the charts. And I'm also going to share with you some Mastermind insight, which I covered this morning, which kind of details where I see the market currently and what I want to see next. I'm just going to share with you just here, I put together a report on an early rate cut and what it means. So US summer rally, question mark. I wanted to look at the bullish case. So we have been conditioned to think that the stock market and just generally risk markets are going to take a big haircut when the first rate cut happens. But what if it is a sudden surprise rate cut? Might happen in September, maybe even as early as July. We don't know. I think July's been unlikely. September may be far more likely, or just at any point from now until the election, it could happen. This report's only a few pages long, but I just put in the bullish thesis on why, in terms of data and what I'm looking at with the economic situation in the United States, why it is actually plausible and why we might get a positive uptick versus a negative one. All right, let's crack straight in. I'm going to move you over to the Discord, the Mastermind Discord, and just to share with you as well, where today or tomorrow we're going to go fully live with the, and you can see here on the left-hand side, this is the Mastermind Discord. These are all the channels we have there, but if we just scroll down, we've added a graduates Discord, a VIP Discord, and also the free Discord for anyone that's not a client. But this is going to be so much more useful, especially most people watching this, the graduates or the VIPs. We're going to have the Discord channel with multiple different sub-channels that you can post and do whatever you want in them versus Facebook, which has been really difficult to manage. I mean, even some of the admins keep getting blocked from our own messenger channels, and it's just a nightmare. But in Discord, it'll be far more structured. There'll be a lot more engagement. So when we send out the invite links, make sure to join the chats and get involved. So let's dive into what I think today. So this is in our Mastermind channel, the Trading Hub channel. I saw some discussion here from some of the masterminds that are obviously awake and doing their thing in the morning. I come on at about 9:30, and then I see some things going on. So I wanted to give some shape to what I saw happening in the market. So first point, you might find this useful: be patient. So only fools or traders rush in after a big drop, as it takes time to form a bottom. And I've only ever seen one true V-shape reverse in my time, and that was COVID. And the Fed and the Treasury hit the market with a $7 trillion bazooka. That is very much the reason why we had such a quick V-shape out of them. We just blasted off into the bull market a few months after that. So just keep that in mind. A major structural level tap, so this is the move to 53K that we had last week, almost always will demand a second tap to confirm the support, which is actually what we're doing this morning. So that's what I saw. So I expect the wick to get retraced this week. I will get more confident that we don't go low if we reclaim the 200-day moving average at 58K and hold. I'm agreeing with another mastermind here who said the 0.5 Fibonacci level looks really good. It's a confluent level. And I agree, 50K does look enticing. That's where the 0.5 is. My view is, though, I think it gets front run a bit. While we could go lower, most people could only dream about buying 55K last month. So perspective is near, depending on what you're looking to buy for long-term hold. So yeah, really important to just sort of have a think about the psychology of markets and what hitting lows makes people feel like. Whenever we get to lows that are the actual low, people actually reframe their buys. They go onto Binance or whatever exchange they're on, and instead of actually buying their plan, they will go, nah, this looks like it could actually go lower. It looks really weak, so I'm going to drop my buys even lower. And that can actually allow you to miss the move, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. But 50K, I think it's going to be a very consequential level. I do see us, actually going through it, on an extreme move. 48K is probably that level, which looks really good to me. And I think that is at the 50-week moving average as well, off the top of my head. So have a scenario for these things to happen, and you'll never be surprised. Have buy orders, have powder ready to go. Even buying at sub, 55K down here at almost 53K. I mean, it's value. You're seeing value, buying value. We're going to have a really strong back end of the year. That is my personal view, and likely now a strong 2025. The longer we base here in the middle of the year, I think we've gone to 3 months sideways, like a time-based capitulation. The longer we do that, we are building momentum. We're building the fuel to go higher into the eventual blow-off or the big move into the bull market. So we cannot have, like we did, 6 months, I think it was, of just up, where we made from 15,000 all the way up to 73,000. You cannot just do that. The bigger the party, the bigger the hangover. There was always going to be a correction. It just now depends on how deep it's going to be. Now for bulls. So if we do get another run at the lows, which does look like we're doing right now, what we need to see develop is a bull divergence on the daily and a weekly momentum shift. Now I'm seeing signs of both happening. So that is really important for me. So in my mind, we're just slowly surviving and moving through this phase. If we can hold these levels, we see these divergences emerge, we see momentum start to turn up on the weekly, it's all pointing that we're just trying to form a low. So that's all I'm looking for here. 60K though is the level to break when we break to the upside. That's where I buy everything back. If we can do a daily close or a couple of 4-hour close, mainly a daily though for me, if we can reclaim that range, that 60K range, That's where I rebuy everything. I'll delete all my lower orders and I'm just back into this market in a big way. But right now I'm just looking to build my positions. What's going on here? So 55, I think we're at 54 not long ago. So looks like we're trying to bounce here a little bit, but again, it means nothing. We're still in no man's land. So here we go with Bitcoin, just at a real quick glance. These are the levels that I'm looking at. Anything below 53k, I think is just a buy, and then anything in these regions here, anything below 50k is just eat it up. Could go as low as 45. An extreme scenario on the weekly could go down to the 200 on the weekly, which is down at 36, I think it is. But right now, this is what I'm looking at. Also, time-based capitulation-wise, 168 days was the sideways capitulation of the last cycle after the halving. So the halving here is the 20th of April that we had, and the end of a 168-day period is 1st or 9th of October. So I think we move a little bit quicker than that if we break back above 60k, but it doesn't matter. That's an interesting historical comparison. We also started the range bound action a little bit earlier, so it's hard to say this happened in the past and happened again, but roughly that's the time base. It's also when traditional markets generally start to heat up, more risk is taken towards an election. So that's what we're sort of seeing here. Trump at the back end of the year is going to the Bitcoin conference, might say something about a strategic reserve asset. You've got to have it at the back of your mind. Ethereum ETF is going to land sometime in this circled area, but we just don't know when, probably in the next couple of weeks. Rate cut maybe in September, so I've just got that question mark. US election at the back end. So yeah, some important things happening. I expect this to sort of feel its way through here, hopefully build a base, come through here. But the daily divergence for me starting to form already. So that's the lower low, but the RSI is actually forming a higher high. This could just develop a little bit longer. That's what I want to see. But the weekly close on the daily wasn't good. Really wasn't good. It lends me to think we've got, again, the move lower into these support levels is coming. Just when is it? So I'll just delete that here. So this line here, we see this wick into that region. We closed beneath that level. I just don't like that at all. So for me, this looks like a fairly measured move into this kind of region, and kind of build our way out of it eventually. And that's the thing. The deeper this goes, the longer it's going to take to build out of it. So if we can base here and build, if we feel like this week and just find a floor right here, fantastic. Might go sideways, we climb back up. But right now, it does look like the bears are totally in control of this move, and we're going to have to fill this correction out. There is a double bottom here on the Stoke RSI, which I don't mind at all. We're also back at RSI levels that we haven't seen since way back in 25,000 and even lower. So we're getting closer. We're just getting closer. And that is if you think that the bull market is not over, which I certainly do not think it is. This is just a correction that we're going to have. And we've got a bit of a perfect storm of things going on at the moment. We've also got the mining capitulation going on, Mt. Gox unlocks, long-term holder capitulations. There's something else going on as well. Again, there's perfect storms like death by 1,000 cuts right now. I've just sellers hitting the market. Of Germany, it was selling some Bitcoin as well. No one's selling in a massive tranche. We've also got the carry trade unwind as well. So again, lots of sells coming onto the market here and there. Seeing the ETFs have some inflows, but the market is just absorbing it. And the best performer right now is actually Solana. The relative strength of Solana right now is very noticeable, that I've been watching on a sort of a 4-hour and daily time frame. It's holding this upper structure of this descending wedge, and against Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's doing quite well. So I'm watching Solana. I think there's a bit of a forward positioning here for an eventual ETF path, and that's all I wanted. I wanted to see some concrete information on the Solana. These what are they called? The funds are coming in and they are applying for the ETF. That is enough for me, and I think funds are going to start positioning for eventual ETF flows, or at least the anticipation is going to build. It's not going to come anytime soon. Doesn't matter. It's probably better for price appreciation. Like with Ethereum, it's kind of the anticipation, nothing's happening, starts to bleed away, approval, launch, sell the news type events. With Solana, it's kind of like a nice long runway. That's all we know. They're interested in it, so that's might be what we're going to see. All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. This one's a little bit longer. Gave you a little bit extra here, but I wanted to share with you some high-level thoughts about where I see the market currently, and also just to tell you what I'm doing. I might as well. I am only looking at high conviction: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana right now. The ETF 3. That's all I'm looking at. All I've done, literally, I haven't sold a dime of Bitcoin or Ethereum. All I've done was try and free up some capital where I can, and I've just set orders on Solana all the way down. Anything under 140 I'm borrowing. There have been my orders being hit left, right and center. I've gone all the way down into double digits because I want to start the positioning for that larger percentage or a percentage in the portfolio to get a little bit bigger. So hope you have a wonderful day. stay cool, calm, and collected. This is just a correction. Don't release your hat. It's not the end of the bear market, in my view. Could be wrong, but I really don't think I am. So yeah, have a great day, and we'll catch you again next time. See ya. Bye.